Here's Locke. This is the tight end fan. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third. Throwing now is Locke. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Roquan Smith able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Odafe Owe so quick, and he gets to him there behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And the slot man goes in motion left. And now Metcalf going to get a chance to run.
That play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Locke's going to sneak it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the counter, it's Walker. To about the 26 here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. Locke exits on fourth down as Seattle sends out Jason Myers. Myers' kick is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield. And
remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Locke going to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll lead here to a third down. Here's Locke to throw. And out route, and he's got the connection to Walker. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw. Third down, sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. One of the tight ends comes in motion. Here's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Ravens 14.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. This one taken just inside the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw, Huntley. A slant route caught by Bateman. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
He'll find Bateman once more. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Here's Huntley. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Touchdown! DeMarcus Robinson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
He's got room. Uses the stiff arm. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. If they're going to try to complete this comeback, they need more runs like that from him, because until that point, he's been virtually shut down.
And based on where they are right now in this game, you would expect the ball to be in the air. But his ability to break off those types of runs, you can get big chunk plays on the ground as well, and he just provided one.
Back to Walker on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. There's the athleticism of Tyus Bowser on display. Wrapping him up, no problem. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They look to throw. It's Locke. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Kyle Hamilton running up from his safety spot and earning the sack. That didn't appear to be a designed safety blitz. I think he was just going off instinct.
I love the way you described that, because I'm thinking along with you. I'm not sure that was designed that way, but he saw an opportunity, gambled a little bit, and made it pay off.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Locke, left side here, taken in by Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. A gear for Walker running right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th-quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that gives them a 3-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Huntley. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Locke gets ready to go.
At the 31-yard line.
Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Clock now to throw. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Gonna let one fly for Robinson, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score. Ravens 48.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the slot man goes in motion left. Lock now on 1st down. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Running right, here's Walker. And some room to run now. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Walker with another carry. 74 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Block will try to sneak. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Block's going to sneak it and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. So he gets absolutely nothing out of that sneak, and now it's 4th down. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Now receiver in motion left. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
You could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Let's go now.
Here's Huntley. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Certainly would have liked to get some yardage out of that play, but now you got to put this in the hands of your field goal kicker. See if he can get you to overtime. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And did he catch it? He did. A touchdown. One of the most improbable finishes in recent history. They've won it on the final throw. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that